Welcome to National Focus. I'm Kimani Seja. Coming up, work continues towards the establishment of a robust consumer protection legislation. The agriculture sector gains help from friendly neighbors and Range Developments and Kempinski Hotel to offer an internship program for state college students. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this. Thanks for staying with us. The Ministry of Trade is continuing its activities towards putting a legislative framework in place for consumer protection. At a press conference on Monday, Director of Trade, Martin Walter, announced the latest, a series of 3 workshops related to consumer protection matters, which gets underway this week. He says the thrust of the ministry is to ensure that consumers in Dominica benefit from robust protection laws.
The ministry, and by extension the government of Dominica, believes that the word consumer should be equated to the word citizen, and that consumer protection law should be regarded as an aspect of civic rights. It is in that thrust that we continue to press on, and we are working in collaboration today with the CSME unit, CARICOM CSME unit, in putting 3 workshops in place.
The first workshop ended on Tuesday. The workshop focused on consumer protection law and policy. The second workshop is in relation with CARICOM Rapid Alert System of Dangerous Non-Food Items, while the third workshop will be on competition policy and competition law, to include monopolies, acquisitions, cartels, and unfair trading. Walter says he anticipates that these workshops will be very comprehensive and hopes that stakeholders will benefit from them. The Director of Trade says consultations have been ongoing towards the adoption of the Consumer Protection Bill in Dominica.
This is a journey along the way, because we, prior to now, we had a private sector consultation on the 23rd of June this year. And before that, we had a public sector consultation, all in relation to the Consumer Protection Bill. That is a harmonized bill that was passed on to us as a member of CARICOM. And we are trying to fulfill our obligations under Articles 184 to 187 of the revised Treaty of Chagaramas. Those bills are now, have now been uploaded on the government's website, so that members of the public can be able to peruse those bills, to read them, and to be able to give comments and make queries, so that at the end of it, when the bill goes to Cabinet and then to Parliament, it will be a bill that would have benefited from an extensive amount of consultation and would house both the queries of the consumers and the business places alike.
Consultant and technical expert Massimiliano Ganji is one of the facilitators of the workshop.
Our task is to transmit some of the experience that we have gained within the European Union with regards to the advancing of consumer rights. So this is a very important area of policy in all member states, in all countries, developed and developing, and I think it's very important for Dominica to advance the promotion of consumer rights. I mean, as you know, there is always very often an imbalance of information, of powers between suppliers, vendors and consumers, and consumer protection legislation is there to ensure that consumers have certain rights by law, and that those rights are protected.
Ganji believes that consumer rights should be a fundamental part of any civil society. He indicated that senior citizens and the less educated are usually the most vulnerable. In the future, following the passing of the bill, a specific tribunal or commission is expected to be set up to deal with consumer disputes. Government is enhancing its e-government programs. The latest addition to these programs is a mobile internal directory application. The e-government program, launched in 2009, seeks to improve the quality and timeliness of services delivered to citizens and the business community. Honorable Minister for Information Science, Telecommunications and Technology, Kelva Daru, says these services play a critical role in connecting government to the public.
Notably, the Internet has significantly contributed to the establishment of customer-focused, seamless services which aim to transcend the structure of public administrations and, moreover, public business. Additionally, online services are increasingly becoming part of a broader services strategy with benefits to customers and improving efficiency by cutting process costs, managing process performance, creating empowerment, and making strategic connections in government. E-citizens and e-services initiatives entail building relationships between government and the citizens and include talking and listening to citizens and improving public services delivered to members of the public in relation to quality, convenience, and cost. E-society facilitates improved interactions between public agencies and other institutions. Other public agencies, private sector companies, non-profit and community organizations geared at building the social and economic capacities as well as partnerships of local communities.
E-government refers to the use of information communication technology, or ICTs, to improve activities of public sector organizations. The use of ICTs to generate improvements in services has been a primary driver for e-government services. Other e-government services include Asicuda at the Customs and Excise Division, which allows persons to process the carrying of goods online, the Connect to Government feature, which addresses popular customer queries, and the Government Employee Portal, and the Unified Land Information System. The agriculture sector is looking to the region to gain assistance post-tropical storm Erica. Association pour la promotion de l'économie rurale, APER, from Martinique, is here in Dominica to view the extent of damage caused by Erica to the agriculture sector, as well as to discuss ways they can assist small farmers, as well as the Ministry of Agriculture to progress activities for agricultural development. Director of Agriculture, Ricky Brumant, says the visit is opportune.
They have met with the permanent secretary and myself, the director, and so we have already discussed some of the areas of intervention that they could possibly assist with. They possibly cannot do everything for the country naturally, but whatever it is that they do, it will help some small farmers somewhere to change what has happened to them after Tropical Storm Erica. And so they have gone out yesterday, and they will continue to go out today to see actually and first hand what it is that the farmers of this country and the agricultural sector have suffered given the occurrence of Tropical Storm Erica.
Last week, the Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit pledged government support to rebuild the industry with 6 production pillars: banana and plantain, root crops and vegetables, pork and poultry, fruit, small ruminants, and coffee and cocoa. The agriculture sector suffered over $100 million in losses following Tropical Storm Erica in crops, livestock, infrastructure, and feeder roads. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
Introducing the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app, available for download from the Google Play Store, One Mobile Market, and the Government of Dominica's website. Access to all ministries and sub-departments' phone, email and office addresses and websites. Simply select a ministry and the sub-department. You can dial directly from the app or save the numbers to your phone contacts. It's convenience at your fingertips.
Is my passport ready for pickup? good. It really works.
Download the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app today.
Welcome back. Range Developments and Kempinski Hotel will soon offer an internship program for state college students. The announcement was made at the groundbreaking for the Cabrits Resort Kempinski Dominica on Friday. The new 5-star resort will be part of a chain of 73 other Kempinski luxury hotels and will be constructed by Range Developments. President of Kempinski, Xavier Detribats, described the internship program.
I think it's important to leverage on the network of Kempinski. We have, like I mentioned, 76 hotels around the world, and what we would like to do and what we will do, we discussed already intensively. We will have some young students getting to work in Europe or in the Middle East, or why not in China, in order to get acquainted to the flair of Kempinski, what is Kempinski is all about, and what is it we would like to do here. Those students will be then obviously bring back for the opening of the hotel. So we will have, because it's important for us that we work with a local environment, but the local personnel also.
Honorable Tourism Minister Senator Robert Tong added that a list of students is currently being compiled. Another aspect of the offer from Range Developments involves a mini hotel for DSC students. Honorable Tong referenced a conversation with Range Vice President Mohamed Azaria.
He has made a promise to the Dominica State College whilst we were there today to assist with the training and the education of our people by providing what I consider to be, it's not a hotel at the State College, but it's a mini facility to assist with the education and training of our persons at the State College.
The Honorable Minister on Dominica's behalf appreciates the company's contribution to social development.
The range is not just all about profitability, they also are all about social responsibility and ensuring that they can give back and they can help us lift up our people. So again, thank you very much.
Work on the 5-star luxury Cabrits Resort Kempinski Dominica is expected to end in the first quarter of 2018. The Honorable Minister for Education, Peter Serja, wants teachers to take up their responsibility when it comes to providing quality education. The Honorable Minister made the appeal as he addressed a principals' meeting on Monday.
It is a challenge. 1 shower of rain and 3 members of staff of the 5 staff members cannot get to a school. So it means that while we have the opportunity to be there, we must do what we have to do. And I must say that one of the things that I've lamented for a very long time, for the past 6 years, is the fact that there are too many of our teachers, although in the minority, who still do not understand that the issue of punctuality and regularity has to be paramount if our students are to do well.
Honorable Serja is concerned about teachers who hinder students' progress. This, he says, must be addressed.
And so, principals, although they are in the minority, and we must commend you, the majority, who are proactive in ensuring that members of staff do not stay home without a good reason, we must diligently hunt down the individuals who complain about the little pay that they get, but they are the ones that produce the least. We must smoke them out of their holes. We must ensure that they live in a world that is so uncomfortable that they will not be able to step into the treasury of the bank at the end of the month to pick up their paychecks. Student achievement has to be the focus for every school this year, and if students are to achieve, then schools, teachers, principals must spend time on task.
The minister called on principals to take credible notes on those teachers to facilitate proper responsive measures.
The issue that confronts us from time to time when principals want us to take action at the ministry level, not recognizing that you are the ministry. When these teachers begin to give problems, you want them transferred to another school, that's just a transfer of the problem. And of course, when we check the records, we find out that since the creation of Adam and Eve, this individual was the best person on planet Earth. There has to be a paper trail, and unless you document what is happening at the ministerial level, no action can be taken outside of credible data. So please ensure that you do what you have to do.
As part of government's promised mandate to regularize teachers within the teaching service, the Ministry of Education has appointed 9 new persons to work within the education sector. During the annual principals meeting on Monday, October 19th, Chief Education Officer Melina Fontaine introduced the new additions.
I wish to welcome some new persons among us. Please stand as I call your name. In the north, Nadia Prevo, acting as principal at Woodford Hill Primary, Vice Martha Cabon, who resigned. Olivette Bourgeois, who is now acting for Miss Martha Austri in Savon Pie. Glenda Peter at St. John's Primary School. Thank you. And Al and Sam at St. John's Academy. Thank you.
The list also included Lauren Bell in the east for Salivia, Brenda Coffey in the south for Girardel Primary School, June Maxwell in the west for the Caleb Laurent Primary School, along with Hilda Abraham, and on the secondary school level, Brother James at the St. Mary's Academy. Honorable Minister for Education Peter St. Jean looks forward to working with the educators.
Of course, for you, while the posting may appear to be new, you are well accustomed to doing the work that we expect you to get done during the course of this school year. I can only wish you well, and I call on you to work with us to ensure that we continue on a path of upward mobility.
Before we leave, here are a few announcements. Registration is now open for the January 2016 CSEC examinations. Private candidates wishing to register for this examination can now do so at the CXC local registrar's office, the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development, or the Science and Technology Building on Cornwall Street during normal office hours. Private candidates are required to have their last registration or candidate number and a pictorial ID for registration. Registration closes on October 15th. The Bureau of Gender Affairs has extended its submission deadline for its drawing competition and the photo-video art competition to November 15th, 2015. The theme is Stop That Violence. The competition is open to all primary school students, and the photo-video art competition is open to all. Monetary prizes will range from $75 to $500 EC. For more information, you can find the poster for the competition under the announcements page on our GIS website, news.gov.dm. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Louis is up next with Creole Highlights.
Hello tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non moi c'est McPherson St. Louis. Premièrement, gouvernement Dominica a avancé programme e-government. Édition programme 900 lancé en direction application mobile. Ministère pour information, honorable Kelva Darou, fait parole que service 900 là a joué un pas très significant pour moun sa branché et puis service gouvernement.
Nous avons lancé un programme qui est Internal Directory pour gouvernement Dominique. Ça c'est un app qui fait hot Dominique et puis app ça là ça qu'a fait là où aller hot computer où ça download app ça là petit où ça fait où ça tape information pour tout tout ministry gouvernement. So si vous allez dans l'app ça là, vous tapez ça qui est web page, websites, telephone numbers, c'est tout bagay ça là. Et puis c'est un jeune book Dominique qui fait app ça là. Et puis app ça là, il peut faire un call et puis vous passe à taper un monde. Plus c'est pas on number on est 1, 2, 3, 4 on est numbers ou ça qui est pour taper ces monde gouvernement ça là.
Honorable Jaro fait parole que le système ça là est bien bon.
Et puis ça c'est un bon bit. Plus ça gouvernement qu'a fait et puis ICT et puis technologie là. Ça nous qu'a fait c'est nous les faire toute bagaille efficient pour ces citizens de Dominique. Et puis là nous fait ça moun ka di gouvernement ka travail. So si vous allez en ministry et puis vous commandez pour un monde et pour passer taper monde ça là. Ou ça aller en website ou ça qui est en number et puis ou ça tape information ça là ou venir et puis ou request. C'est ça app ça fait et puis ces jeunes monde là qui hord ICT ça m'a dit yo c'est pour yo venir ensemble yo ça fait un petit groupe et puis si yo ni en idée en vision yo ça développer ça vision ça là et puis faire bagay plus swift pour tout le monde Dominique hord ICT.
La nouvelle ministre de l'Éducation qui a assis maîtresse et teacher à l'école pour assister le ministre là. Parole ça là sorti du ministère de l'Éducation, Honorable Peter Saint-Jean, pendant que teacher te joindre Lady et puis ministre là.
Mais il y a un débiteur nous pour faire, nous avons le challenge, nous avons besoin d'argent. Mais à part de ça, tout peuple Dominique ni pour calculer qui, ni pour try conserver ça nous ni. Ce mot qu'a crié à sous c'est mettre l'école là, c'est mettre l'école là pour faire un des petits bitins pour aider nous. Il y a l'eau l'école là, on y en waterworks, pipe là, qui a coulé. Si on s'arrange ça, fait un plan arrangé. Puisque nous n'y a dans l'école, là, nous avons quitté Clétéa pour une journée, nous avons fermé l'école là et Clétéa on, nous avons demandé pour adresser ces bitins ça, puisque nous avons besoin de l'argent Dominique et nous pensons à y dépenser, là nous pas ni.
Ministre Saint-Jean a ses teachers pour suivre loi éducation Dominique.
Bien important pour nous, il y a de l'école qui prend une décision qui pas en règle avec ça nous avons créé Education Act là. Ça c'est loi qui a gouverné et délivrer éducation en Dominique. Par exemple, il y a de mettre l'école, il y a 10 enfants, il y a 10 parents qui les mettre les enfants, registre les enfants dans l'école, ils ne peuvent pas accepter. On met l'école pensant démentir aux enfants droit pour attendre l'école depuis qu'ils restent en paroisse là. Et aussi, il y a des teachers à l'école qui toujours quand ils sont malades, qui sont malades, qui sont pas malades, ils ont amené un certificat en docteur. Moi, je créé ça nous a créé medical practitioners, docteurs. Pour yo servir tête yo là yo ka ba moun certificat pour déclarer qui yo malade puisque il y a des teachers magwe c'est on petit peu yo mais ça yo ka faire là yo pas vle aller l'école yo ka di yo malade et docteur a une responsabilité pour make sure que moun sa la malade et si pas malade pas ba moun sa la en certificat.
La nouvelle gouvernement Dominique a augmenté et faut passer la législation pour protéger les consommateurs pays là. Ça c'est monde qui a acheté commodité hot place business. On series workshop qui prend place semaine là pour mettre attention à ça. Monsieur Marfan Walter, c'est directeur commodité Dominique.
Semaine là nous avons 3 différents workshops. Yon c'est consumer protection. Nous avons fait manœuvre pour mettre la loi à place pour protect rights moun qui a gagné même si c'est un good ou un service. L'autre day là c'est assez ça qu'a CAREX, which is a CARICOM Rapid Alert System for Dangerous Non-Food Goods. Et ça c'est un système qui nous a exchange information qu'on produit qui pas bon pour mon consommer. L'autre là c'est competition policy avec loi competition. So nous que garder bagaille contre monopoly, contre les monde pas là une competition qui pas juste. Toutes ces bagailles ça là, c'est ça nous qui parler contre à ces workshops ça là.
Et puis finalement, le ministre Planning a fait un assessment pour déterminer l'état maltais en Dominique. Parole ça là sorti au Social Development Plan à Monia Paul Roll. C'est là, Madame Roll, il a conduit un autre assessment.
Eh bien, nous avons fait bon progrès. Vous savez, la dernière assessment, c'était 2009. Nous n'y pour faire l'année qui a venu. So, data là, nous c'est pas data qui current pour dire fresh. Mais ça, c'est dernier data nous n'y. Et ça, il a dit nous qui en 2002, nous avons fait premier assessment là. Poverty, c'était 39%. Et là, nous faisons 2009, nous descendons pour 28.8%. So, nous travaillons bien, bagaille te marché. Et avec Tropical Storm Erika, ça qui est différent, nous savons ça qui fait. So, là, nous faisons l'autre assessment là, nous voyons ça data la cadino.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson. Au revoir.
Coming up next, a tip on how to take your vitamins. The body requires vitamins for it to function effectively at its peak. The body can make only vitamin D itself, so it's important to get vitamins into the body at required doses and times. Do not take vitamins with drinks that are too hot or too cold, as it will prevent the vitamins from dissolving properly when swallowed. For maximum effect, take your vitamins with a lot of water, so it reaches the stomach faster, where it can be adequately absorbed by the body. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kimani. Thanks for watching, and do join us again next time on National Focus.